2025 is here, and along with it comes a new Ather 450X. But in the case of the 450X, the adage really holds true. The more it changes, the more it remains the same. It looks nearly the same. It's still so much fun to ride, but it will go further than before because it has enhanced range thanks to a host of updates that Ather has rolled out to the 2025 450X. But what are these changes which you can't really see on the outside? I will tell you in our first ride report. My name is Amaan Ahmed. You're watching Car and Bike. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to Car and Bike and hit the bell icon so you're notified every time we come out with a new video, be it a first look or a review of a new car or motorcycle. Now, let's get going. The big news with the 2025 450X is that it now has more range, and that has come not because of a larger battery, because the 450X sticks with its 2.9 kWh and 3.7 kWh batteries. What has changed is the features list. So on the 450X, you finally get Magic Twist, which is a form of advanced regenerative braking, which we first saw on the 450 Apex and then on the Rizta. That has now made its way to the 450X, and I'm happy to report that it works exactly how it worked on the other two scooters. You can still bring the scooter to a full complete stop by just applying negative throttle input, but it still doesn't give you the definitive control that you get from the brake levers, which is why I feel you need to get used to using both these systems together. Using Magic Twist in the city is actually pretty good because you are able to bring the scooter to a halt in most scenarios, but when you're going faster, you do need to take control of the brake levers. The other big news is the inclusion of multi-mode traction control. I'm not sure if the 450X really needed it, but Ather has decided to add it to the scooter. Now, we've seen skid control on the Rizta. This is a more evolved version of that. So on the 450X, you can now choose between 3 ride modes. You can choose between rain, road and rally. As the name suggests, in rain, the system works at its best and makes sure that you have total control at all times and minimizes wheel slip to the fullest. In road mode, you have a little more flexibility. It's in rally mode that the scooter is at its most playful because the system does allow some amount of wheel slip, so you can have some fun when you're riding over rougher terrain. And you can choose to switch the system off entirely as well. But to do that, you need to come to a complete stop, as on the go, you will only be able to choose between the 3 traction control modes. The other notable change comes in the form of these tyres. These are brand new tyres which are MRF Zapper N E-Tread. These have been co-developed by Ather Energy in collaboration with MRF, and what they've done is they've used a different tyre compound. So these are low rolling resistance tyres, but at the same time they have been optimized for higher grip. And I'm happy to report that after riding it around the Arwani grid track for a brief while this morning, these tyres do have good grip. Even at the edge, you feel like you have enough grip in reserve, and you will enjoy pushing the 450X just like before. It's thanks to these changes that the range of the 450X has gone up considerably. Ather says that the 2.9 kWh version will now have a true range of up to 110 kilometers, while the 3.7 kWh version will have a true range of up to 130 kilometers. Now, we haven't spent enough time with the new 450X to be able to gauge if the change is really significant and notable out on the road. But what I can tell you is that out of the 5 ride modes that I accessed on the 450X today, in 4 of those, the estimated range was at least 100 kilometers, which is a great thing because while some may prefer to ride in eco or ride mode, if you want to enjoy sport mode, it is reassuring to know that the scooter will at least give you 100 kilometers of range. And of course, even the 2.9 kWh version has higher range than before. But aside from these changes, the 450X remains exactly the same as before. None of the other mechanicals have been touched. The scooter still looks the same. It has the same design and styling cues. There are 2 new color options, Hyper Sand and this Stealth Blue that you see with me. And it still does not get anti-lock brakes, but we'll come to that point in a bit. First, let's talk about the pricing. The pricing for the updated 450X is on your screen now, and it is higher than before. What I think is that Ather has done what Ather does best. It has made small changes to an established platform to make it even better than before. There is no doubt about the fact that the 450X still is the most fun to ride electric scooter on sale in India. However, my concern is that the 450X, being the defining product for Ather and being the product that really sets the standard for the company, this is drifting further and further away from the reach of the mass buyer, because at this price, this is now a really expensive scooter. Ather is leaning fully into this being a performance-oriented model, and that is why it believes the premium is justified. I feel that with this update, Ather could really have taken one more step and added anti-lock brakes, because as the brakes on the scooter are still powerful, you can still lock them up pretty easily. And if you want to give the customer a feeling of enhanced protection, I feel ABS would really have been welcome on this model. Ather tells us that they are working on it, and we should expect to see some sort of ABS being introduced in the future. But this is what the 450X is in 2025. What do you think of the changes that Ather has made to it? Do you think these are worth the price tag? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. If you enjoyed watching this video and found it informative, then remember to give us the thumbs up. And if you know somebody who may be in the market for a fun electric scooter, then remember to share this video with them.